Hi guys, welcome back to another timeless reading. This is for Wednesday, January 13th, maybe? No, 15th. Yeah, it's the 15th. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. The 15th, pulling from Astrology Answers. This is a really good deck, but honestly, it was like creased and, I think it like the compensation for having this deck is like, for the website has all the definitions on there, so maybe that's kind of the payoff with it. But I love the deck, even though it's folded and creased and everything like that. When I got it cost a lot of money for the tarot deck that it is. So maybe that's what I kind of say. They have the definitions on astrologyanswers.com. You can put in your search engine astrology answers tarot deck meanings, and they'll give you positive and reverse meanings. I always share that because it's like I would be on there and have my laptop on while I'm doing a reading the definitions, and it's just becomes muscle memory because you're repeating them and repeating them. I'm not saying this to cause more pain, turmoil, or cause a panic. I will say if you live in California, maybe it's time to go. I feel like the hurrah of California is gone. You know what I mean? Like, go to California, you're gonna make it. Like, with everything that has gone on before the wildfires, like, it's not, nature's fault that happened. But I will say there will be a major earthquake where it will actually crack apart and the map will change. So, will it be like the new California, the old California? Will be kind of like North Carolina and South Carolina, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So, will it be like West California and East California, kind of thing like that. So it's like the map is changing. You're already seeing this happen in Africa. You know what I mean? With the actual ground pulling apart. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're saying like continental drift. I don't feel like it will be a continental drift, but it will be a body of water between. Like, I was going into this like deeper earlier in the day, and they're talking about kind of like San Francisco where they have the Golden Gate Bridge kind of thing like that. So, you know what I mean? It's just like now that they're showing like cars will be in the sky and stuff like that, kind of like the Jetsons and all that. It's just like at some point, like, bodies of water will not matter anymore to get to places. You know what I mean? Like, it'll just be like they're making the sound like, when they're doing like the Jetsons vehicles and stuff like that. So it's like times are changing. So to get into the cards, I just wanted to share that because I feel like a lot of people are like, should we stay? Should we rebuild on her? I'm like, sell while you can. Get out. Like, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, who wants to go through that devastation again? Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like they'll all either go to like, they'll either go to like Vegas or they'll go to Florida, New York, or they'll congregate somewhere else. You know what I mean? So we're showing the 301. Spirit is supporting you in this time. I feel like very tired and drained. And we haven't had very much moonlight through this full moon. I'm like drooling on myself cycle. And I'm making my moon water tonight. It's like I was able to make it at the beginning of the coming into the full moon, and then that was it. So I'm lucky enough to get some more tonight. But I feel like so universe is supporting you. I feel like sometimes we're just like rob ourselves of our happiness because we're so worried about the future. We're so worried about this happening. But it's like, what about if that never happens? You know what I mean? Like the actor that played Raymond's brother, Robert, said that on The View. And I that's one thing that really resonated with me about him. He was just like, the biggest regret he had is that when he turned 50, he was like, I worried so much about my kids. I worried about so much, and I'm like, what the heck was I worried about? And I know that I robbed myself of that piece. It's just, you know what I mean? Human beings are the way that they are. You know what I mean? Especially moving here was hard for me. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, yeah, we had help, with my mom, but it was just like, sure enough, the first day they didn't show up, I was like, fine, because, I was kind of trying to get out of that situation as soon as possible. I should have waited. I should have been more patient because either way, it cost me the same amount. You know what I mean? So it's just like, maybe we'd been a little bit more organized. We could have moved more things. I don't know. Get a smaller truck and move things ourselves. They're showing the 3 of Cups, so we got 3-3. So they're talking about celebrations. We've been getting the 3 of Wands, we've been getting the 3 of Cups, and we've been getting the Star card a lot. And I feel like it's like celebrations are coming forward. Some people are celebrating birthdays. They're showing an anniversary. So with us as a passing anniversary, unfortunately, with Shane. But at the same time, it's like a birthday celebration because from my experiences in life, I feel like Yahweh Yeshua, in my experience, that's whom I believe in. I feel like they tried to sit there and put events in our life that will take away, like, kind of numb the pain. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, with it was 6 months after my dad passed away. It's like Shane came into my life. We agreed on so many things. We had kids. You know what I mean? My father passed away on the Easter weekend. And because of the Easter weekend, it just drawed everything out because things were closed because people are with their families, right? But it's like when something happens like that to yourself, it feels like a million years are going by. It takes forever for things to kind of get going. You know what I mean? But it's like the world is still going, and thankfully, we're able to, build around it and move forward. A while there, it's like when we would celebrate Easter, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, another year's gone by, Dad's not here. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm really lucky that I was blessed with Shane and the kids. It numbs the pain. I tell my kids that. I said, one day someone will come into your life and they will be that person for you. And honestly, it numbs a lot of that because now you're building new memories. We got Sunny close to on February 12th, I believe that's what that paper we reuse the homeschooling paper. So, this was years ago. We've had Sunny for almost 3 years, and he'll be 5 this year. So almost 3 years ago we had him. So, like, you know what I mean? This is like homeschool papers from 3 years ago. We saw it, and, it's like we got him on the 12th. His birthday's the 24th, and Shane's passing's the 27th. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like replacing the things that we have lost, bringing love and joy into our life, really allowing our boys to love on something and love something, like something in their life to love on them unconditionally, because Sonny is just a big ball of love, He's just the sweetest dog ever. Like, he makes cute little noises and kind of prances and, hops in the snow and stuff. It's so cute. So I feel like that's what they're selling. That, like, they were saying anniversary is what the word that I saw in my mind's eye. Going to the star card and you see the 10 of wands in reverse, it's like, don't take anything else on. Don't add any more to your life. You know what I mean? Like, don't say a yes to anything. So you're going to be saying no to things. No. They're showing the word no. This is a time to balance your emotions. It's a time to balance life. It's a time to balance, how hard you work. It's like, take the rest and rejuvenation as it comes. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to rejuvenate. I feel like this is a lot of self things that you need to do for yourself. So, you know what I mean? Like, with myself, it's like, people want readings. I'm doing them as quickly as I can turn them over. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, I'm burnt out. I'm sitting there having like energy powder in my drinks, just trying to, recuperate from it. And it's just like, there's always something to do. So it's just like, sometimes you got to say no to other things, get your sleep, get your rest, get your rejuvenation, while you can. They're showing the King of Wands highly listening to your intuition, highly listening to yourself, highly loving on yourself. They're showing knowledge. So that's a channel message I got from Spirit. They're like, get knowledge. So I feel like I'm coming into something else new. But I feel like it's like very strongly, being patient with your intuition, I was, something happened and I feel like that's why I feel so drained about it. Like, because it's just like kind of like dread in a way, but it's like I'm getting better with it. Like, as the days go by, I'm the type of person that I need a couple days to process my feelings. I feel a lot. I love hard. You know what I mean? And it's just like with the King of Wands, it's like following my intuition. And it's like, at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for my family. You know what I mean? It's just, pray for them, hope for the best for them. But you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like, again, where I feel emotional. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like a lot of us feel emotional right now. And I feel like a lot of us feel tired too. You know what I mean? We're working more, trying to, you know what I mean? Give the life that we want to our families, to our children, to our grandkids, or for ourselves, whatever this is. They're showing a cruise ship. So someone may be going on a cruise. Looks like maybe like a Disney cruise, something in Florida, The ship, it looks like one of those commercials you would see like online, and the ship is kind of like riding off into the sunset. And I believe it's a Disney cruise because I keep seeing like the Mickey ears and like his pants will like Like his ears and the lower part is his pants. So I feel like it's a Disney cruise. So maybe that's a sign for someone going on a Disney cruise. 10 of wands. Do not add any more stress to your life. I feel like following your intuition with that. I feel like because they're saying you have a new beginning coming here. So you're going to have more things that are going to be coming into your life. So I don't do this anymore. I was like, say, dummy, why do you say that? Why do you put that on the universe? Because then it gets really bonkers again. But it's just like, you sit there and it's just like, again, listening to your intuition, what you can take on, what you can't take on. With myself, it's just, with the way that Shabbat falls, like sometimes they're like, do what makes you happy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, keep Shabbat and keep it holy. You know what I mean? But it's just like some things, it's just like you need your weekend to get some things done. You know what I mean? I'm very good at keeping Shabbat holy, but it's just like, there's some things I want to get done. And I feel, you know what I mean? It's like I would have to do it on one of my days off. We'll see what happens moving forward. But I feel like that's what they're saying. It's just like you got to listen to yourself. They're showing something with bone, and then they're showing a wishbone. It looked like an x-ray and then like a wishbone. Like an x-ray of the leg, like your thigh bone. And then they're showing a wishbone. So maybe like a break, because you break a wishbone. So they're showing the Fool. Like, I love that because it's just like, universe has your back, celebrations, and it's like in this new beginning, And I feel like in this new beginning, especially the king, I feel is being very stern, following the wand. It's like your intuition. It's about rebirth and all this good stuff if you channel into wand energy, but it's also showing how intuitive you are, that's what I was talking about. They had told me a channel message, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I you guys have said this before, and it happened. I thought I wrote it down. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong area, but I gotta check that. But it was a channel message from 2023. I think I wrote that in August of 2023. I would have to check that again. But they sat there and said, you will be moving at this time or this time. I was like, okay. They're like, have patience. I should have patience. I lack patience. And he's sitting in the seated position. But it was just like, fast forward to 2024. Like, sometimes I'll go back and reread these, channel messages. Or like, you know what I mean? Well, I'll just keep writing. I don't like doing it when I'm ready to go to bed, because then I'll sit up and sometimes I'll get like 6 pages. I'm like, oh my God, now I'm really tired. I try to go to bed early, but it's just like, they sat there and exactly what they said. They said, you will be moving. This is the timeline, and be patient. You know what I mean? And I should have been more patient. I was like, oh, I'll move quicker. You know what I mean? New beginning. I've wanted to move to our area since freaking Shane passed away. I was like, I want to move here. And I was asking, and, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, You know what I mean? So, can't, you know what I mean? It's just like, when I think about the things that people have done and said and whatever, and made it harder on us, I'm just like, it pisses me off. You know what I mean? Because when I was, in shock and, in fight or flight mode, in survivor mode, you know what I mean? Mourning. And it's like, let's just kick you down under the water while you're drowning. You know what I mean? So, it's like, it is what it is. No harm to none. I know what, let go, let God. He's shown that time and time again, But I feel like it's just like, don't take nothing else on. You're napping more, you know what I mean? It's just like during the summertime, it's like, how much do we sleep? Maybe 4 hours at night because it's hot as hell. Then, you know what I mean? I was out in the garden, digging out our garden, planting the garden, doing yard work. You know what I mean? Trying to make it look nice, unpacking, trying to make our house into a home. You know what I mean? It's just sit there and, you know what I mean? Just think about all that craziness. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what? You deserve this. You deserve a rest. You deserve a break. You know what I mean? I was going to say you deserve a breast. Rest and break. Breast. It's just like, society loves to make us think that we're lazy because we instead of putting your feet up and watching a movie and enjoying your family, it's like, you could be at work making money. It's like, no, I could be at work paying you more taxes. Like, give me a break. You know what I mean? Just sit there and, Keep striving for the stars. Keep dreaming big. You know what I mean? Like, I was like doing that. I'm like, I'm at a certain age now, and I'm just like, how is this gonna happen? I'm like, you know what I mean? But it's just like my age isn't what the age used to be before. You know what I mean? Like everybody's reaching 60, 65, and it's like 65 now is not, you know what I mean? Like all, bad hip and all this. Like, we be eeky and creaky. You know what I mean? They were right when they told you watch your back, watch your knees when you were younger because, it's like all those trucks I unloaded and everything. I feel it now, all the epidurals carrying babies. It's like, I feel it now, but it's just like, be kind to yourself. It's like the love and advice that you give others. And I'm saying this now and I will not listen to it because I never do. But it's just like, you got to sit there and treat yourself as you treat others. You got to love on yourself. You got to respect yourself. You got to sit there and say, you know what? Yeah, I could do that, but you know what? It'll be there tomorrow. And I need sleep right now. So I'm just going to get some sleep. I'm going to take care of myself because you can't pull from no empty cup. You got to take care of yourself. You got to do what's best for you and yours. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself. Can't sit there and help nobody on an empty battery. Can't help nobody from an empty cup. You get all burnt out, that ain't going to nobody. So take care of yourself. Take time up for yourself. They're showing doing your toenails, so I guess maybe you do your toenails yourself, you know what I mean? And don't feel guilty for it, They love to make us feel guilty for nothing. We work so dang hard. We always like to see smiles on everybody. You deserve to smile too. You deserve to be happy. With no harm to none, no harm to yourself, as long as you're not hurting yourself or nobody else. Keep doing you, boo-boo. Make your paper, make yourself happy, put a smile on your own face. They're showing Valentine's Day, and it's like one of those hearts I would buy for Shane and the boys. I always would sit there and get them like a little box of chocolates, and it had a little Valentine on the back and stuff like that, and I would get them a card, because the kids were really small at that time. You know what I mean? Just to be like, you know what? Valentine's Day don't always have to be about lovers. It's about love. And it's just like, you know what? I just got you this because I knew it put a smile on your face. I love you. I'm thankful you're in my life, I'm thankful you're, my people, So I always tell my kids, in the next couple of lives, if we have, you know what I mean? I believe, like, after this life, there's definitely another part of that. But I feel like the energy you're connected with here, when you really connect with people. Like, I really connect with my kids. I really connect with Shane. I really connect with my dad. It's like, you're going to, that's going to be something after everybody, transforms, whatever the next part of this is, So, keep doing you. I think someone's getting a tattoo. Looks like a heart, like a baby pink. I can't see what's in the middle of it, but I could tell it's on skin. So, maybe someone's getting a cute little, pink tattoo with something name. It's saying it's a girl, so I don't know if someone wants to get that kind of tattoo, but it's a girl. So maybe it's an announcement of a baby, or maybe this is like a memorial like tattoo. It's a girl in a heart, and there's like a date underneath like the bottom of the heart. So maybe there was unfortunately a miscarriage. And it's like kind of a memorial tattoo in that way. So maybe that little where it says it's a girl really stood out or resonated with them. That's why they're doing that. So that kind of makes sense. I was trying to like, what's this tattoo? I only say that because it kind of looked like the candy Valentine's Day candies. I actually got some for my nails because they were supposed to be it said nail art. These things are bigger than my finger. I was like, I don't know who'll be putting these on their nails, but it ain't going to be me. Maybe I'll find something fun to do with it, or I'll put it up on Marketplace and be like, does anybody want this? Maybe they have a fun craft they could do with their kids or something. Or you could put it all over your mirror and be like, reminder how much you love yourself. I don't know. Or give love to you every single day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this timeless reading for Wednesday, good gravy. Wednesday, January the 15th. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next timeless reading.